A relationship that started as a romantic and endearing relationship quickly turned violent and messy. From being Hollywood's favorite couple to being one of the worst and most toxic couples to be in the spotlight. The pair are still at it with their ongoing court battles and lawsuits, and we are about to witness Amber's behavior towards most of it. But before we head on to the video, please don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're new here, do smash the subscribe button down below to see more from our channel. Now, on to the story. Amber Heard and Johnny Depp are inarguably some of the most recognizable faces in Hollywood today, and they've gotten even more recognizable and notable in recent years, though it's all for the wrong reasons. But to keep you guys in the loop, here's a refresher on how a seemingly promising relationship went downhill after just 1 year of being married to each other. Working with Johnny was torture. It was better than I ever imagined, which is really saying something, she told Vogue magazine once. They didn't quite hit it off just yet, as Johnny was still in a tight-knit 14-year relationship with Vanessa Paradis, with which he has also shared 2 children. Moreover, Amber was also dating her former partner at the time, Taysa Van Ree. But it wasn't until 2012 that the two would eventually decide to break up with who they were with and start a new relationship altogether. It is worth mentioning, though, that prior to dating, Amber had been arrested in 2009 on a charge of physically assaulting Van Ree in Washington. So, I guess Johnny always had the red flags? Who knows? But anyway, it wasn't long until they were dubbed as the new it couple of Hollywood. They eventually tied the knot in 2015 in a private ceremony held in their LA home. People were even wishing to have the same kind of relationship they had shown everyone that time. But little did we know that there was more dark stuff happening in the background than what we've been led on to believe. But as mentioned, 1 year into the relationship, all hell broke loose, and Amber eventually filed for divorce from Johnny and stated that she had been physically and emotionally abused by the Pirates of the Caribbean actor. Everything came crashing down for both parties, where speculations and assertions were made, especially on Depp. Under many deliberations against him, she claims Johnny threw a phone at her face that caused bruises. Meanwhile, Johnny completely and consistently denies all assertions regarding physical abuse. Apparently, after investigations were made, it was proven that her claims were false and that the photos of her bruises were all made up. Moreover, the actress also claimed mental abuse on Johnny's part, saying he was using his sexes to cause her pain and suffering. However, Johnny's exes denied all of this and even went on to come into his defense. The idea that he is an incredibly violent person is the farthest thing from the Johnny I knew and loved. I cannot wrap my head around these accusations, Winona Ryder narrated. His partner of 14 years had also testified against the actor's allegations and said that it was nothing like the Johnny that she had known, and from her personal experience of being in a relationship with the actor, he has never shown some sort of violent or abusive side to her. Depp lost his libel case against the Sun for labeling him as a wife-beater. Then unfortunate events followed. More and more damages kept piling up, and one of the biggest ones was an article that came out from the Sun that labeled him as a wife-beater. Though Johnny had sued the tabloid for libel, he eventually lost the case because the judge had ruled it out as substantially true. Another twisted turn of events was during the time Warner Brothers had fired Depp from his role as Grindelwald in the movie franchise Fantastic Beasts, which was one of the biggest roles after being Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean. But Amber didn't think the damages were enough. She wasn't done. The actress shared in detail how she was a victim of domestic abuse in an op-ed article published in the Washington Post. The actress's primary goal seems to be destroying Johnny Depp's life, whether she is telling the truth or basing facts, or is willing to consistently frame the actor for something she did herself. In addition, Amber Heard pocketed her $7 million divorce settlement in 2016 from Johnny, which she once publicly pledged to donate to charities but never got around to it. However, another issue arose when the LA's Children's Hospital was promised a donation of $3.5 million from the actress, but the hospital had only received $100,000 in total. Some have been intrigued and have even gone on to ask where the majority of the money went instead. After Amber time and time again that Johnny was lying about being the real victim, she was finally exposed in January 2020, wherein a phone call between the former spouses was heard conversing about their physical altercation. At that point, Amber was seemingly gaslighting Johnny, and eventually, she was the one exerting force on Johnny, not the other way around. In August 2016, Amber's behavior in a court deposition all came to the same conclusion that she was lying. She looked completely uninterested in what was being discussed. She had also kept on rolling her eyes while answering questions and was even munching on some cookies while they listened to the audio recording in which she admits to hitting Johnny in the face. Through careful observation, Amber is the perpetrator and not the victim like what she wants everyone to believe. The actress kept on fidgeting while answering questions, stumbling over her words, and talking with her mouth full, trying to come up with the next thing she will say. If she were the victim, as she repeatedly says she is, she would have been more aggressive towards the accusations and counter-arguments, but instead, it was the complete opposite. Before the actress was involved with Depp, she was also violent towards her sister. In an altercation shown by a video, it was seen that Amber was beating up her sister. Her sister didn't deny it, but she doesn't want to talk to the public regarding the event. In addition, Amber Heard was abandoned by her legal team. In June 2020, Roberta Kaplan, the co-founder of Time's Up Legal Defense Fund, and who represented Amber in her case against Johnny, filed a request in court to withdraw from the case together with several other members of Amber's legal team. Johnny Depp's lawyer, Adam Waldman, has accused Kaplan of making excuses for abandoning Amber, when instead he is convinced that Kaplan also suspects her client's true agenda behind the case. Amber Heard stole another survivor story. Kate James, Amber Heard's former personal assistant, gave evidence in July 2020, claiming that Amber used her story of being attacked and presented it as her own to boost her lies in court. In her second witness statement to the court, James said she had been the victim of an attack in Brazil when she was in her 20s, and that the experience has haunted her ever since, and she told Amber about the incident in confidence, only to discover the actress stole her story for her benefit. When she read Amber's submissions and statements to the court, James had a lot to say. To my utter shock and dismay, I discovered that Miss Heard had in fact stolen my conversation with her and twisted it into her own story to benefit herself. This, of course, caused me extreme distress and outrage that she would dare to attempt to use the most harrowing experience of my life as her own narrative, she confessed. James also revealed that while she worked for Amber, she witnessed that the actress also had unhealthy drinking habits. Amber would drink vast quantities of red wine each night, and I would receive a barrage of drunk text messages between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. that were incoherent, she admitted. Right from the very beginning, Amber Heard played the role of being the victim and his ex-husband being the perpetrator of their toxic relationship when there was much evidence against the actress that it was the other way around. Amber had executed behaviors that ruined other lives gargantuanly, and alongside the process, hers as well. Lies after lies in her shared stories, and it seems hard to distinguish which is the truth in any of them anymore. Are you Team Johnny or Team Amber? In what aspect of the discussion were you convinced which party is the victim and which is the perpetrator? Let me know by leaving a comment down below. And as always, don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed our video. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet, and please do ring the notification bell to see more of us. Stay tuned for another Gossip Blast.